Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Ellie. I'm a teen mom to 2 children. I had my firstborn at 14. I had my second child at 16. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some tips for new moms or things I wish I knew before I had my children, even when it came to my second child. So if I can help at least one of you out there, then that will make my day. But I really hope you guys just enjoy this video. Make sure you've got a cup of tea and a biscuit, relaxing, and let's get into it. My first tip would definitely be do not go overboard with buying newborn outfits or loads of newborn clothes. They do not last in them for more than 6 weeks. There's no point buying outfits in newborn. Majority of the time they won't even get worn. With Dionte, I went overboard and he wore a couple of them, if that. He probably only wore them for a few hours because whilst your baby is newborn, they just want to be comfortable and snug, and they just want to feel like they're still wrapped up. I'd just honestly go with baby grows, lots of baby grows. You can get real cute ones nowadays as well. So just don't go overboard with newborn clothes. I'd recommend getting more 0 to 3 clothing. My next tip would definitely be sleep when the baby sleeps. Don't be that on-the-go mom 24/7. I mean, if you're like me and you have other children, you have more than one, it is hard, obviously, to sleep just when the baby sleeps. But always sleep when your child sleeps, because babies are very unpredictable. You don't know if your baby's gonna have a bad night. As a new mom, or whilst your baby is newborn, you need all the sleep you can get. So I'd just say sleep when a baby sleeps. That's what I did with both of mine, because when I gave birth to my second child, my firstborn was at nursery. So when he was at nursery and Amora would sleep, I used to nap. I needed my sleep. To be on the go all the time, you're just putting too much on yourself, and it can make you very stressed out. It can make you feel down. Try and get as much rest as possible. The next thing I'm gonna say, everything is just a phase. If your baby is a bad sleeper to start with, it doesn't mean forever. One day they're not gonna need us. So just remember that when days are hard, nights are hard, please just remember that everything is a phase and the baby will grow out of it as they get older. The next thing I'm gonna say is buy a prep machine. If you plan on bottle feeding your child, or if you are doing both, I can't sit and talk to you guys about breastfeeding. I didn't breastfeed with my children, but what I can say is even if you are doing both, get a prep machine. They are around £80 and you do have to change the filter. And the filter isn't expensive either. Honestly, it is a lifesaver, especially in the night time when your baby's screaming down the house for a bottle. It'll just make everything so easier. The bottle is ready within 1 minute rather than waiting 15 minutes for it to cool down. The baby's crying, you end up crying. Nobody goes back to sleep until about an hour, hour and a half later. So definitely invest in a prep machine. You can get them secondhand, but if you're like me, I don't like secondhand items like that. But they do go for cheap on that Facebook Marketplace. Even like your local baby shops, you can definitely go get them for cheap. But I would 100% recommend a prep machine. If I was to ever have any more future kids, that is the first thing I'm gonna buy, because it's honestly just a lifesaver. I also think that it makes things easier if the dad is involved as well, because let's be real, men have no common sense. Put your bottle there, click the button, put the powder in, wait for the water to fill up. That's it, you're good to go. The next thing I'm gonna say is everything will come natural. It's a mother's instinct to just wake up in the night. Now, I am quite a heavy sleeper, well, I was. But the littlest noise will wake you up when you become a mom, and you won't realise it until you give birth to your child. That is what happens. Everything comes natural. You might have looked after your little siblings, or you might have worked in a nursery. When you become a parent, everything will just come naturally, and every baby is different as well. So don't stress, don't panic, because I was 14 when I had my first child. Do you think I knew what to do? No. But it just come naturally. and it will to you as well. Don't stress whilst you're pregnant, especially. Don't sit and be like, I can't do it, because I'm reassuring you right now, you will be able to do it. Everything, you'll just know what your baby needs and wants. What works for mine might not work for yours, and that's fine, but you will definitely know what to do with your own child. So don't ever doubt yourself for a second. The next tip I'm going to give you all is, do not be afraid to ask for help. This goes for all my new moms or my already moms. Please don't be afraid to ask for help. Honestly, if somebody is offering to help you as well, whether that be just watching the baby for 10 minutes whilst you go and have a little sit down, or you go in the shower, or you run yourself a bath, please accept the help. Don't overstimulate yourself by not taking the help. I know how hard it is to just leave your baby with the dad or with your parents or with your siblings or anything like that, but please accept the help. It will just make things so much easier. It doesn't make you any less of a parent asking for help. Everybody needs a bit of help with everything in life. So please, please, please accept the help and do not be afraid to ask for help, because moms need a break too. The next advice I'm going to give to you all is, do not let other people try and get in your head and tell you what is best for your child. Only you will know what's best for your child. Don't sit there and let people feed into your brain. And as a young mom, I'm speaking from people that are older than me, would tell me I have to do things this way and I'd have to do things that way, and if I didn't do it that way, then I'm wrong for doing it. No, always go with what you want to do with your child. Remember, you birthed that child. Don't let anybody feed into your brain and tell you what's best for your child. You know your child better than anybody on this earth. I did this with my child, so it's gonna work for yours. No, every child is different. Don't let people feed into you. People are gonna try and do it whether you're 30 or whether you're 15. People are definitely gonna try and feed into your brain. Don't let them, because then I feel like you might doubt yourself if that doesn't work for your child, because you feel like, well, why is it not working for me? Am I doing things wrong? You're not. Every single child is different. I'll be real with you. Both of my children are completely different. My daughter, she's 2, she doesn't ever sleep, but my son, he's been an amazing sleeper from newborn. So how I did things with Dionte and Amora were completely different. The next one would be, always have emergency nappies and wipes in every single room and everywhere you go. Even if you're going in the bathroom and you have to bring your baby, take or make sure you have emergency nappies in there, because you don't know when your baby's going to do a poo, and it's stressful. You know, your baby, let's say, does an explosion and the nappies are all the way in the living room, or if you have a C-section, it's going to make things a lot harder only having nappies and wipes downstairs or in one room. I would recommend getting a little caddy. They're so cheap. They're probably like £4 or £5, probably, if that, I'm not too sure. Have one in every single room and just restock it every single day. I definitely say it makes things so much easier than running around the house trying to find nappies, trying to find wipes when your baby needs it there and then. I'd also recommend putting in a couple of vests as well, just because in your house it may be warm, but in case it's not, then like I said, you've not got to run around the house or run into your bedroom or the baby's nursery to go and find a new outfit. You've just got something there already, and then you'll just make it a little bit easier. My next one would be, do not buy everything. When you're a first-time mom, you want to buy everything. You want to buy all these cute stuff. You want to buy everything that everybody tells you to buy. No, don't. See, like, I'll give an example, a changing table. They look good for the little nursery and the little setup. They're not worth it. They're not worth it, because in a few months when your baby's rolling over, you can't leave your baby on there, and it just makes things harder. You're not always going to use it, I'll be so honest. Now, I would say buy a changing mat, but then at the same time, don't. Like, it's that one there's a bit, I would, because they're cheap, but I wouldn't if they was like a bit more pricey, because I don't see the point. I never really used mine. I probably used mine a few times. There's no point buying everything. And as a first time mom, you do want to buy everything, I'm not going to lie. But you'll come to realisation in a few months, well, your baby didn't use that. It was just a waste of money. You've spent £100 on this or £300 on that. It's not worth it. And I'll tell you from now, you don't get even half the money back that you paid for it when you try to sell it like online or to family or friends. A newborn baby doesn't need these hard sole shoes when they're newborn or 3 months old. I think they look silly. Let your baby's feet breathe. Like, they do look cute. And I brought Dionte like a couple of pairs of the soft shoes. He didn't wear them. Amora only had slippers. It was Dionte's from when he was newborn. Slippers, I would say buy, but it's not a you need kind of thing. And yeah, just don't buy everything for the sake of buying everything. You're just going to lose so much money in the long run. Just buy things that you know you're going to need, and then extra little bits here and there. But do not go over the top, because it won't get used and you're just wasting money. The next one I'm going to talk about is your appearance whilst being pregnant or after giving birth. You might not look your best after giving birth. That is fine. You look beautiful and you've just birthed a human. You're not meant to look all glam and how people look online after giving birth. It's fake. It's fake. I'll tell you from now, I look like crap after giving birth, and you're more time going to as well, and that's fine. That's okay. You will slowly start to love your appearance more and more, you know, as your baby gets a little bit older. But please don't think you look ugly or your body's not in the right shape. You've literally carried a child for 9 months. You're not going to just snap back straight away like some people do. I mean, I did, but at the same time I didn't. Like, our bodies will change. We carried whole humans in our bodies. Do you not think we're going to change? So please don't sit there and worry about your appearance, or if you've got a pop out and your hair's not done. My children are 4 and 2, and a lot of the time I don't do my hair. I can't be bothered. It's just mum life. And yeah, don't sit there and think I'm ugly or what's wrong with me, I can't even get dressed properly, or I have no motivation in the mornings to get dressed and all glam. That's okay. That's okay. Your appearance will come back. Just love the body that you live in. And it's hard to say that, because I know some people do suffer with like how their body looks and stuff. Just remember, you gave birth to this perfect human being. Just remember that. The next one would be, do not lose yourself as a person. Again, this is another one. It's easier said than done. And if you don't really have a support system around you, I feel like it's quite easy to fall into this trap. But remember, you're a mum first, but you're still a person. If you leave your child or you ask for a babysitter for the night so you can go out, that's fine. That is fine. Don't lose yourself to motherhood. I know a lot of people that do this that are my age or even older, and it's sad to see, because we should all do things we love, and of course we love being a mom, but please don't lose yourself to motherhood. Make sure you still do things that you still want to do, even if that's with a baby. Please do things with yourself, because I hate seeing people that are just so lost in motherhood that they don't even know who they are anymore, and that's all they know. And it's like, yes, be a mom first, always, goes without saying, but don't lose yourself in the long run, because you're just going to end up depressed. You're going to end up with anxiety. You're going to end up in the long run really, really sad, and you're going to hate yourself, and that's not healthy for you or the baby. And also, going back to accepting the help, remember that to be a good mom, you need to have a break. As in, you're not a bad parent for leaving your child with somebody for a few hours. As long as you know they're safe and they're going to be happy, then by all means do it, because I wouldn't be able to function all the time mentally if I didn't get a break. Now, I don't know if that's because that's all I know. Dante's been sleeping out since he was a baby, same with Mora. So I do get a break, but I just feel mentally I wouldn't be able to function if I'm just on the go all the time, because even when you've not got your children, you're always a mom. Like, you can't have a babysitter for the night and go out and just be reckless and risk anything. But at the same time, just remember that it's normal to have a break, and you need a break, even if it's for a few hours. Don't feel bad, don't feel guilty, don't feel like a crap mom for doing so, because you need your time as well, mama. Next advice I'm going to give to you is prepare bottles in advance, especially at night time. If you don't have a prep machine, prepare. It will make everything just so much easier. The next one would be track your baby's naps. There's loads of apps that are really, really good. They're all free, the ones that I found. And I just think it helps, because then you're not worrying when they had their last nap. Always track it. It just makes things so much easier. And get a baby monitor. That is another thing I will say. A baby monitor is just gonna reassure you, but it also helps because then you've not got to constantly get up to every single stir they make when they are in their own room. Definitely recommend getting one. I mean, they're not the cheapest for good ones, but they're really worth it, because you can still use them when your child's like 2, 3, just as more like a camera to see what your baby's up to in the room. Getting a baby monitor is definitely worth it though, I would say. I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I am gonna think of some more things and do another video similar to this, because I know that loads of new moms watch me, loads of people that are expecting do watch me. So I hope this has helped a few of you, and I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. So make sure you subscribe, because I've got loads of tips. I just need to think. One hasn't functioned. I haven't been asleep. It's 7 a.m. But yeah, hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.